a seabird census on Skomer Island. They're listening out for Manx shearwater, which spend the summer here raising their chicks in underground burrows.
Each burrow that we see in the section we will play the call into, and then we will record if we hear a call or not. This year we've done the whole island. It took pretty much a month with a dedicated team of volunteers helping us.
It's not the only fieldwork that's happening here focused on this elusive species, which spends most of its life out at sea. GPS tags, microchips and small cameras have also been deployed to try and understand more about its behaviour.
It's amazing how little we still know, and especially about what they're getting up to when they're at sea. So every day we weigh 100 of these chicks, and we do that from the moment they hatch to the last day we see them, which is when we assume they've fledged.
Oh, wow.
You can see they're gorgeous. Yeah.
They're so fluffy.
They're amazing. It's the most fun part of the day, I think.
Yeah.
So about 2 weeks before they actually fledge, their parents will abandon them and stop feeding them altogether. And then they'll take off without their parents, having never left their burrow before, well, except for these guys,
Wow.
and fly off to Argentina.
Flying around at night.
The island's warden believes studying the Manx shearwater can tell us a lot about the state of our marine environment. And having spent the last 6 years in their company, she claims they should be considered Wales's national bird.
I always say to visitors who come to the island and say, do you realise you have just come to the most important island on the planet? And they look all baffled. And I said, well, at least if you were a Manx shearwater. On Skomer alone there are over 300,000 pairs. They are indicators of the health of the oceans, aren't they? So if the chicks are all underweight because the parents can't find enough food around here, it's a really good indicator there's something wrong with our seas.
Skomer's perhaps more famous for its puffin colony, attracting thousands of tourists each spring and summer. But for frequent visitor and volunteer Andrew Hughes, it's the Manxies, as they're affectionately known here, that keep him coming back.
When the puffin are here, a lot of times people sometimes forget about it, but I think it is definitely the island's most special bird.
And there's something lovely, isn't there, in the fact that they migrate to Argentina, and we know obviously the connection between Wales and Patagonia in particular.
Yes, that's quite a nice connection. I do chat away with them in Welsh, and I'm sure they understand.
This island's home to the largest concentration of Manx shearwater anywhere in the world. But visit during the day and you're very unlikely to see one. The chicks, as we know, are underground in their burrows, and the adult birds, the mums and dads, far out at sea, fishing for food. So to get the full shearwater experience, you've got to wait for the sun to set and for it to get dark. Later on, using a special night vision camera, we watched the spectacle unfold. In a few weeks' time, these birds will leave Wales once again on their 6,000-mile migration. By then, the researchers should have a better idea about the size and health of the population here, shedding new light on Skomer's significance for the species as a whole.